Now, for the rest of 2026, you're going to be hearing about agents because it's exciting. It's also what's burning tokens, and we'll talk about tokens in a little bit as well. But agents are, sometimes it's hard to pin this down for people, and I'm going to say it in a way that I understand it, because I think it's a pretty simplified way. It's that agents are able to use tools and follow steps to problem solve, whereas an AI chatbot just answers your questions, right? So where an AI chatbot, so a ChatGPT or a Copilot or what have you, it's just chatting back and forth. It answers you, whereas an agent actually does stuff for you on your behalf. So an example, so when I say it's a spectrum, I mean that even at this part here, an agent can be something like it is a chatbot, like ChatGPT, that you select web search on, and it goes and searches the internet on your behalf for real-time data, right? That would be an agent. It's basically using tools on your behalf. It's a very basic agent, but it would be an agent. Whereas your standard chatbots have a training cutoff date. Every model has its own training cutoff date. So in the room, does anybody use ChatGPT? Yeah, we got a few people, okay. So the most recent 5.5 ChatGPT cutoff date is December of 2025. So in simple terms, that means that if you're using ChatGPT 5.5 right now, its training cutoff date doesn't have Venezuela material it's been trained on. It doesn't have the Iran war material that it's been trained on yet. In order for you to get real-time information, you have to toggle on the web search, if you weren't familiar with that. But every model has training cutoff dates. It's economically the most efficient way of training models as they continue to upgrade. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole too much. But so this is your chatbot. This is typically where most people are right now. We already do workflows. We have processes that we do stuff, right? An agent can be able to do those workflows if you give it the right context, the right guardrails and controls, permissions and limitations, and if you're able to transfer the right context to it, it potentially can do that. But it has to be done within your approved tools for whatever your firm has and comply with firm policies. And then you have this next thing. This is basically the big other side of agents. It's where you have multiple agents that are chained together to do even more complex work. So that is where the highest risk happens to be. I mean, I'd say that this is probably where the highest risk is, with especially this. So the higher the leverage, the higher the trust burden for using AI. It's not to say that it's not possible, but there is a lot we need to have in place in order to be able to trust it to touch what data, for what purpose or what workflow, what controls are in place, and who is ultimately accountable.